Hello everyone, welcome back to PC Guys Off-Grid-Cabin, where the work is never done, but we're doing it just for fun. Well, we're working on our roof rafters. Now obviously I'm not at the cabin today. Backstory. Rain has really put a damper on everything. So I brought some of the equipment back from the cabin, and we're going to take and do this here at the house. We can assemble these rafters here and then take and transport them up to the cabin, and so that we can start putting this thing together. Now what I did to get this thing going, actually last summer I started doing this, but what it is, I made some templates. Whoops.
Hey, move that board.
Yeah, I made some templates because every one of these angles on this thing is different, and this thing has to go together with every angle set just the way it's supposed to, or it's not going to go together correctly. So I'm going to show you how we're doing this. It's pretty straightforward. Go mark our board. Now, when these people manufactured that original shed, it was actually pretty ingenious the way they did this. But if you notice that mark I just made here for the first board, it's actually the same exact angle as the piece for the second board. Sure cuts down on waste. I had to take and label everything with arrows, and because like I say, you know, these angles have to be exactly right or it's not going to work. So I'm going to go through the steps that we're taking and doing to put all this stuff together. It sucks I don't have my sawhorses or anything here. But we're still gonna get it done. So it's a bit clumsy when you're doing it this way, when you don't have all of the proper facilities that you need. Let's take and
Don't trip.
I said it was clumsy, didn't I? Catching the doggone cords and cables. Now one of the things I did is, once I got the first one put together, I've been building each consecutive one, just laying one right on top of the next one, because you got to be able to line this stuff up. See what I mean? Now I'm going to take a quick break while I get my rest of my equipment together and get another set of boards cut, and then we'll start putting this stuff together. Alright, it's time to start putting this thing together. Now what I've done is I've cut some pieces of plywood that I'm going to use on these joints. And all we're doing is just gluing them to put some glue on them. Socket screws to it. It's pretty straightforward stuff. It's just real tedious, and it's super easy to get something misaligned. And if this thing is misaligned, then you got problems, because none of it's going to go together right. I don't know about the viewers, but I'm looking forward to actually putting this thing together, because it's taking too long to get it done.
Oh, it's Mother Nature's fault.
Mother Nature has not cooperated with me at all. What happens when you try to do a project like this in winter time? Mother Nature is going to throw you a few curveballs. Take and work on this thing, cover it up with a tarp in between the rain.
Well, luckily the rain is gone, but the cold is here.
Now, some of our northern viewers would tell you, this ain't cold.
It's cold to us Texas folks.
That's true.
Or some of us anyway.
Yeah, keeping it Dutch and them, they had snow the last couple of days. Grab the correct piece. Now, one of the things that happens with this, you cut every piece is different. And then you cut one, and then you have to remember which one you're putting where.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, it actually, that's it in a nutshell. It's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. It's one of the reasons that I take these and lay them up here like this, because Mrs. PC Guy's correct. It's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. And every piece has to go in the correct spot. Now, she asked me a very valid question yesterday about why I was using glue on here. That glue just, it increases the strength of the joints considerably. Whoops. And that's what happens You drop a screw and it's like land of the lost.
Yep.
Well, something up here. Yeah, something's definitely up. I should have put the C-clamps on it. Now I'm gonna go grab my circular saw right quick because I've got to cut an angle on each one of these this board here on each end, and we'll put the rest of it together. All right, we're ready to cut this board here, but in the full interest of disclosure, if you notice I got C-clamps on here now. I screwed up a while ago when I was putting this thing together, and I wound up having to take it back apart because it is so easy to get these things misaligned, and the best way to do that is clamp down the new piece to the one you already made. Then that way it ain't sitting there moving around on you. So let's get this thing cut. And I'll move over here to the other side and cut the same thing. Viewer suggested I ought to go buy me a cordless drill. I'm not in disagreement with him right now. I ain't gonna lie, it gets a little monotonous having to sit there and switch power cords around as much as I've been doing it. About out of screws. I may not get this other one done today.
You don't use both boxes?
Box I brought back from the cabin.
You only brought one back.
Might want to close the glue up there. You know that glue? You leave that thing open and it dries out. Got problems. Now, here's what I'm gonna do on this thing. I'll flip it over because I'm gonna use this one on one of the ends. And on the back side, I'm gonna use these metal plates. It's just a basic metal plate with screw holes in it. And that'll take and let us get it done. I got one more of these to build and then we'll be ready to start assembling that cabin up there. I gotta show you a little something else that I took and laid hands on here. I got me some barrels. I actually picked up 4 of these the other day. I found me a supplier of these barrels, which is going to work out terrific when I take and start expanding that rainwater catch system. And you ain't gonna believe the price I got them for. I got them $10 each. They one of my customers at work is a produce business, and so I was in there about a month ago. And I see all these barrels out there, and I asked the guy, I says, hey, y'all sell them barrels? He's like, yeah, we'll sell them to you. And at the time, I didn't have any cash on me because I wasn't expecting to find any barrels. But they came up on the schedule last week, and I'm like, let's stop by the ATM because we're going to get some barrels. My boss was pretty cool about it. She didn't have any objections to me bringing some barrels back. The only drawback to the whole thing is the customer is about 100 miles from here. So it's not like I just, you know, I guess I could if I really wanted to hook the trailer up, go down there and grab a load of them, but why do that if the company's paying for the diesel? You know, that it works out a lot better for me. So I got 4 of them, and which is about all I thought I could get in the back of the pickup, because you know I didn't have the trailer at work or anything, or else I probably got more of them. because eventually I want to get a whole bunch more of these things. But that's going to be an upcoming project later on down the road. That's not something we're going to jump into anytime soon, because we've got too many other irons in the fire right now. This right here is going to take up every bit of our time for the next couple of months. If we can get this thing dried in, it'll take, then we can start working inside, and then weather won't be such a big factor. So the next episode that comes out will probably be assembling the cabin up. The weather forecast right now, as it stands now, of course we're also talking, 5 or 6 days out, and they said it's supposed to be some rain in the forecast for Saturday. Sunday's supposed to be pretty. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, the next video comes out, we'll be putting all this stuff together for you. And I hope so. I'm tired of screwing around with it. I want to get it done. Alright, so we do appreciate you watching, and remember to hit that thumbs up and give us, if you ain't subscribed, already subscribe to the channel. And remember to hit that thumb notification there. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.